This is Matt Van Horn with 3 Mile Domination. Today we're going to talk about an advanced revenue management technique that you can apply at your self-storage facility today to start adding in dollars to your top line. Typically when Jim and I talk about revenue management, we say, okay, make sure you use your management software, go in there and make sure your existing customers are getting X percentage of increase every X number of months. And then we say, okay, make sure you're doing your comp studies to make sure that your street rates are to what the market should be. Now, there's a third part to this, which is the tackling your variances. So if you're doing everything correctly and then you go in there and increase your street rates on your individual size codes, all of a sudden what you're going to do is you're going to increase that variance amount. So the variance is going to increase, and then your economic occupancy is going to decrease typically compared to your physical and square foot occupancy. So what we want to do is to hammer that as quickly as possible, because I can't tell you how many times that I've either consulted with somebody or that I've looked at a property to acquire. I get a management summary and I see that the existing occupancy is X, the physical occupancy is X, the square foot occupancy is X, and they're real close, and then all of a sudden the economic occupancy is 20 points behind, and all it means is that somebody raises street rates, but the existing customer base is still paying the old rates. So what you want to do in this situation is, once you do your street increases, pull out a unit mix report. In every software it's something a little different, but you want it to go down to each one of your unit sizes and the codes, and then to look at how many you have and how many you have rented. And those units you have that are in high demand, that are highly occupied. You want to start looking for the customers in each one of those size codes that are paying well below market rate. Now, if you've been raising your street rates on a regular basis, like a lot of us have over the last couple of years, you could easily have your 10 by 10s, let's say at $100 per month, and have people that are straggling along behind in the $75, $70, or maybe even the $65 range. What we want to do is try to get, as quickly as we can, everybody at the property up to the existing level, or open those up so that new customers coming in will pay the going rate. Now, typically, what we'll do is we'll find the customers that have the highest variance points, and then go ahead, pick a few of those. I didn't say do them all at once. Pick the size codes that are the most popular, the most occupied, and hit a couple customers in each one of those size codes and increase them. Do a full increase all the way up to what the street rate is, because you will never get some of those customers up to what the street rate is by doing 6% increases. It's never going to happen. So the point is to raise them up, and then the customer will have the decision whether to move out of the unit, or if they really need storage, they will make phone calls around the market and find out that's what the existing rate is. But either way, what you're going to do is you're going to close that variance gap, close that gap between the square foot physical occupancy to the economic occupancy, and make your facility more profitable, and you're going to drop dollars right into your top line immediately. Now, for those of you, I know I have a lot of owners and managers, when I talk about this procedure, they get a little weary just because, I don't want to lose customers, because a lot of these customers who are well below what the street rate currently is are people that you've had for a long time. They may even be good customers that might be friends with you, something of that sort, but you need to get past that if you want to start adding significant revenue to your property. Because I can tell you, again, when I'm looking at to property to maybe to acquire, I'm looking at that gap to see if that's somewhere where I can make up on my investment when I invest in a property. So what you really want to do is hit those customers, get them up, do a few at a time, do them every couple months until you start raising that economic occupancy number up, and get rid of the people who are not paying, or get them up to street rate. So again, this is Matt Van Horn. I just wanted to give you this advanced revenue management technique that you can start applying right now at your self-storage facility to start adding dollars to your top line. If you have any questions on this, you can always email Jim or I at info@3miledomination.com. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.
Thanks so much for watching. We'd love to give away free books that will help your self-storage business. To pick up your free copy of Self-Storage Domination, the actions you must take to dominate your competition, simply go to selfstoragedomination.com.